the programs with the city, and I think I read somewhere, I think LA getting like $1 billion a year towards the homeless. You can't just put someone in a home and say, there you are.
Right.
Go for it. Here's some food, vouchers, and have a great life. It doesn't work that way. You've got to have fun. You've got to have goals in life. You've got to build your self-esteem and self-worth and self-confidence. Now, building self-worth, self-esteem and self-confidence comes from traditional martial arts and self-defense training. It gives you a lot of empowerment.
John, not just that, because some of them are actually, they have a depression, they have a stress, so they still have to go to the clinic, you know, behavioral, mental health. They have to be educated to that to make sure they are their well-being is basically in a good state of
mindset
mind.
and
mindset.
Things. So exactly. So you've got to have that counselling and as well, but sport. You need exercise.
Correct.
Like I don't hardly drink.
Like
I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't need to. Traditional martial arts, you do. The less likely you want to fight, and you're taught not to, and you can lose your black belt. And if you do wrong, so it's amazing. It has a reverse effect.
Fantastic.
So actually get stress release out, gets that kind of action out, and then you go, oh, that feels good.
So for the parents of these kids that we want to bring martial arts and self-defense, it really teaches more than self-defense. It teaches a way of life, respect, how to treat other people as an equal.
Exactly. First thing I do is teach people.
I know you don't have much time. You said you had to meet people. Why don't you show us, and me and Mark can actually, you know, have that little tiny.
We'll show a few techniques. I just want to answer that question if that's all right.
Yeah.
Because yes,
bullying is a big problem.
Well, SAFE stands for self-protection, anti-bullying, fitness, and empowerment. Okay, so that's what it stands for. So I want to start with the SAFE workshops for women and children. So it's all for beginners, very easy. Then that's a stepping stone to the traditional martial arts. The problem with some of the martial arts schools, you kind of go in and they want to sign you up for years, and that's okay. You want to like when you do join a school. And yes, you will have there's huge philosophy, respect. The first thing I teach is how not to fight. We actually teach children how not to fight, respect other people, treat people with respect. And
in the Philippines, okay, my parents...
I don't know if you have it here. It's a gas station in Australia, BP. I call it bad Mrs. or Auntie Mays, Auntie, you know, I'd be very respectful. Very Mr. and Mrs. When I was a young kid, I was taught from a very young age, respect, being polite to people, and martial arts has accentuated that with the bowing and the philosophy, the Asian way of philosophy, and hit the
Do you think so that these kids have to fight back?
No, it's not fighting back. It's only defending. So you can verbally, you can use sense of humour. Oh, you're fat. You're a fat pig. Oh, thank God for that. Keeps me warm in winter. And they'll kind of go, oh.
But
what's your excuse, mate?
No,
use humour. Use humour if you can. If you can.
Diffuse the situation.
Yeah, use humour and walk away.
No, you can't, because
walk away.
Some kids cannot tolerate that. They go to the
If it's physical, that's a different thing. That is more self-defense and self-protection. No. So walk away. Ignore the bully. Ignore the bully.
But I think it's a process, because if the kid has self-esteem, they can respond with humor.
That's right.
But if they have low self-esteem, they may take it defensively.
Exactly, and that can cause youth suicide and a whole bunch of depression and problems. So that's why they all need to do these SAFE programs. Every woman and child.
I like the E in your SAFE program.
Empowerment.
Empowerment.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very good for you. And traditional martial arts, I'm not saying get in the kickboxing ring or the UFC ring. You'll find most of them non-contact. Go to traditional martial arts, it's very, very good for you. Extremely good for you.
Yes.
And it even had surveys from Psychology Today have higher levels of self-esteem and lower levels of anxiety by doing that kind of training, and even more socially intelligent. Actually, Psychology Today, even in 1995, had that in the program. Yeah,
well, I really like how you make it safe, where the parents actually understand what the kids are learning.
Yes.
Because oftentimes we send our kids to martial arts, but we really don't know what the kids are learning. We think they're learning how to fight, how to be aggressive.
And give them a discount.
That's right, exactly. I was thinking that if we had a
Yeah.
regular school going, if they certain income pays this much, so income, that's one way of doing it. But also you need to give them a bit of incentive to recommend
And
other
then we
people
can
and
get some
discounts.
donation from other
And
people.
donations from
to
corporates.
sustain it.
I'm happy to do corporate videos and
Yeah.
sponsorships for any help with the foundation and helping women and children learn all this. You know, I just heard of one of these. You know, women got stabbed to death last in November in Las Vegas as well.
March
So,
11, bring your
physical action.
Yeah.
So what if I go to grab you?
Oh,
I got to grab you now without teaching what to do.
Right.
Now you got to grab